This is a very different video. It has nothing to do with music, it has nothing to do with teaching. It's just me, A, testing how well my my phone camera functions in nighttime, and B, I'm filming this on September, I think it's September the 7th, which we should have a lunar eclipse on, and that makes the moon look red, otherwise known as a blood moon. And I want to see if I can catch it, because in my old culture, like in my old country's belief system, blood moon happens. When blood moon happens, essentially what happens is you have all evil leave and all good stuff, like it wipes away all the evil, and it's like a fresh beginning. It's like a new beginning. Now I have no idea where I'd go finding the moon, so I'm just gonna wing it. My fascination with astronomy, with stars, and with celestial objects began when I was, I think, 7 or 8 years old, probably 8. I got chicken pox. No, I wasn't 8, I was 9. I was very young. I got chicken pox, and in those days, in my country, if you got chicken pox, you'd have to be isolated for a few weeks in your room. I think it was 20 days if I'm not wrong. And during those days, what I had to do was to essentially survive as a child. They would feed me, they would put down the platter of food behind the door to my room, and I had a few toys. I have a few select toys that I could play with. One of those toys was the Introduction to Astronomy for Kids book. It was that, and it was a book by Shel Silverstein. The book it was called Lafcadio. It was like a book about a lion who decided to stop being a lion and wanted to come hang out with people, with men. So he would with mankind. So he left the jungle and he became a person. He mangled, and the society accepted him, and he grew up and he grew older, and one of the hobbies that the men near him developed or had was hunting. So they went back to the jungle, and he was about to hunt his own kind. It has nothing to do with anything. I was just saying that that book and the Introduction to Astronomy, and I think I must have read those books from cover to cover probably, I don't know, 30 times, 40 times during those days. They were both very thin books. They weren't super crazy. But if you're a child, reading books, it takes a while. And that's where my fascination with astronomy began, because I was like, okay, this is cool. It's cool to live in a world or live in a universe where there's a bunch of other planets other than what you are on, and I wonder what life on them would have been like, or could have been like. And I guess it stayed with me, and I'm still trying to look around me to see where I can find the moon. I don't know if you can see it from here, but we don't have full night time yet. There's still a little bit of time left. That's why I kind of left my place earlier. I want to see if I can get a good angle on the moon. Now I usually apply but I do some color correction, and I apply LUTs on my videos to make their colors hopefully pop a bit more and make them look a little bit better, because I use my phone for this. I have bought a new phone. This is a new phone, and I've been using it for the past year, and I'm very happy with its quality. Not so much with its audio, but I have a plan for that. I've bought what I believe to be a good microphone system, and also a gimbal. I don't know what's the correct pronunciation. You know, the stabilizers. So that means when I am filming outside, and if I have everything with me, the shots would probably be a little bit more stable, not so much as a point and shoot and walk and talk kind of a thing, and also the audio would be probably 10 times better. And so I'm not going to apply any LUTs on this video, just out of pure curiosity. I don't know if you can see that, like in the middle there, that should be like 95% sure that should be Venus. And I would assume Moon should be somewhere around here, but nothing so far. I still have no idea where I'm going. Like, I usually from my window I could see the moon like that way, and right now there's nothing in the sky. So maybe I got out a little too early, but I have intended not to give up on this mission, because sadly I had to give up on my go do something with space and astronomy dream. I was forced out of it, actually. I remember towards the end of our college years, we had to choose what future we'd want to go forward. We had medicine stuff, we had math stuff, computer stuff, languages and stuff. I was forced to go for math and physics. At the time that was considered the norm, which was awesome because I loved doing that. Even though finally I ended up studying literature. But I remember I was telling the counselor at the time that I'd like to do something with astronomy and I would like to join the NASA one day. That was like the big dream for me. He laughed at me and he said, I don't think you can make that dream. I don't think you'll be able to get to that dream of yours. So just do something that's more fit for your skill set. Which honestly kind of rude. But then again, counselors are good maybe 25-1, and I'm definitely sure I wasn't one of those lucky people who got good counselors and good advice in general, because the guy himself, he did not seem like a success to me. But I was young, I was a lot more dumber. Still no sign of any moon, and it is still, we still have some blue, although the camera detects like the blue. It shows the sky a whole lot lighter in terms of the blue than what I am actually seeing, which could be some, I don't know, ultraviolet or infrared kind of magic happening. But no sign of moon, nothing so far. Now, one funny thing is that I'm relatively close. That dog is having a time of his life. I'm kind of close to a few student residence areas right now as I'm walking to find the blood moon, and that means the possibility exists for some of these students here to actually have class with me tomorrow. Imagine that. Imagine you looking at your window and seeing your teacher pointing his phone up at the sky and talking to himself. Should be fun, right? Should be fun. The reason that I'm of me being super perky about this and kind of overexcited is I could be telling the math wrong, but this event, like the blood moon thing, this scale happens once every 500, 700, something like that, years. And I kind of want to see it because I don't think I'm going to be around for the next time that this is happening. Now, as I'm walking around, I'm seeing a lot of young people coming home from wherever they are. Some of them have suitcases, so maybe they were on some trips. And they're talking, they're having fun, they're energetic. Some of them are upset because vacations are over, etc., etc. And nobody that I'm seeing right now, as far as I can see, is looking up and looking at the blood moon, which is because maybe they don't know, which is super sad because this is a super rare event in our lifetimes, and you kind of want to wish upon it to have all the evil in the world removed. And or B is because they know something I don't know, and maybe the blood moon thing is going to happen at a later time. I'm still looking around. I have been able to successfully locate the I want to say the Big Bear constellation, which is I don't think you can see it here. I feel like that's the constellation, or maybe it's Orion's belt. I feel like it's the Big Bear, but it's definitely not clear from with the camera. But no sign of moon, which is kind of sad because I really want to see it. Funny language lesson time. Maybe you've heard the expression "once in a blue moon," referring to something that is like super rare. Like, hey, when will we meet you? Once in a blue moon. Example. And the reason for that is because something like this happens on a very rare occasion. Now, why blue and not red? It could be because one of the eclipses, the penumbra stuff, would make the moon look blue to us, or maybe they just, at that time, they didn't have a word for red and they just called it blue. I don't know. But the occurrence of having the moon change its color is referred to as once in a blue moon, referring to something super rare happening. Can you even see me? Like, I think my camera is doing everything it can to find me. This is a very dark street. Okay, I saw something cool, but it wasn't what I was expecting it to be, because I think the blood moon thing happens if you're in certain parts of the world. Because I'll point at it in a few seconds once I've passed this. What I have here is a half crescent, and that is not red under any circumstance. Okay, I think you're going to be able to see the moon from now. Although on the screen it appears as like a light bulb. Let's see if I can zoom in. Maybe it changes. Okay. So it's directly behind that. You see that? No, that isn't supposed to be red. But it definitely is not red. See, that's yellow, and that is not red. And I know what red is. There's a moon. There. It's a blood moon. It is a crescent. It is a crescent that points to southeast, which is fine. But if today in the world someone is seeing blood moon, I envy you. I'm jealous. I hope you make good wishes. And I personally wish that, even though it's like superstitious, but I kind of want to hope for good things, because hope is free. Hope is a good currency. It really is a good currency. It's a thing that gives you a tomorrow. And I probably like the thumbnail of this video is probably gonna be the real actual blood moon that, for whatever reason, I am unable to see. Because I was following the news. They were saying that in Strasbourg you'd be able to see it, but it was like at around 9 p.m., which is right now. It makes me question things. But on the plus side, I got out, got to some walking, realized that the weather is changing very rapidly. It's actually getting breezy and chilly in a nice way. If you're still watching this video until here, thank you so much. Like I said at the top of the video, this video has nothing to do with music or with anything that I do. It's just a pure curiosity for constellations, for stars, for space, for moon, for eclipses and all of that. And thank you for watching. If you could do the YouTube thing, that would be super awesome. And stay safe, stay sane, wherever you are, whenever you are. I'll be seeing you very soon. And yeah, peace.